Getting
Hey guys, how you doing? We're here with Drax.
Hey, man.
Hey, we're by his amazing Tesla-inspired building, and you want me to do some stuff, help you out with some stuff, don't you?
Yes, definitely. I have some plans in mind, and as my last couple episodes have gone, I have not done the greatest with redstone, and figured I could bring an expert in to check out what I've done.
You did okay.
Yeah, sure. After I
managed
sent
to-
you about
managed-
3 questions. All right. Well, it is the project that I want to work on is actually going to be down here, and I have this idea to do an ethos style build where there's a bunch of caves and whatnot, and there's this staircase, and I absolutely hate this staircase. I've built it. I hate it. I can't stand it in any way, shape, or form. So I want to build a rail cart that'll go from down here to the top. I could do an elevator, but I kind of like the idea of a rail. And I also want to do a selector track for being able to go to different parts of the cave. So I could click a button and it'll go to wherever and, whatnot.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, its plans are to go in this, general area back here. It can be dug out more or less if need be, but just,
So the station itself wants to go in
Down
this
here.
area here. Oh, down here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
we'll have to
like,
do a little bit
what
of
we
digging
got
out.
here?
But
you got a bit of area. Take it. This is being used down here.
no, this is all just lit up area. There's nothing.
Okay,
The only
okay,
spots
well,
that I have stuff is this over here, and then there's a tree farm over yonder. I love it, man. I love it. I
Sweet.
freaked out on camera that it worked.
Yes, and where's your big cubo wood?
Oh, I tore it down, but I used it.
Okay, so want to stay clear of that. Okay, right. Okay, so obviously me being me means I ain't looking up no tutorials. I don't do no tutorials.
That's right.
I record them. I don't follow them. So I'm gonna basically make up something which may or may not end up being like and other stuff on the market, as it were. But I think what we should do should make a definite plan on where you want where you want to get in and out of the cart. So thing with a selector station, obviously, you need to think about the public facing area and the private facing area. Now, forget anything you've seen in a tutorial. When you do a custom job, I mean, there's no most of the time, like the selectory bit where all the junctions are is directly behind the wall with the selectors and all that sort of stuff. We can like mess with that if
Right.
we want to have for example, the cart, getting the cart like right here and then go off into like here and have all the junctions underneath here and a panel over here. I mean, it'd be a bit of a pain to wire from over there to over there, but it's a thing that can be done.
Possibilities
so
are
we can-
endless.
Yeah, we can be a bit. The thing about tutorial redstone is you tend to make everything in a very set space, but we can tailor it to the area that you've got. So we need to figure out where you want to get in and out of the cart, and where you want your selector panel to be.
All right.
So what do you reckon? Where's a nice place for you to get in and out of the cart?
Well,
Doesn't have to be over by the stairs.
right. That'll
Be down
just have to
there.
be,
Could be somewhere nice and like a hub like area.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, I'm thinking somewhere over here. Like if maybe I dug out this wall some more, we could make this a nice flat, because it seems to be a very centralized location throughout the cave system.
All right.
So
cool.
this might not be a bad spot. And there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing else built except for the tree farm and the storage room. So we're not going to have to worry about running into anything.
Yeah, yeah, cool. And I don't know quite what happened there. My client just went away. Right, so it's okay. I'm back. It just for some reason something full screened it and right. Okay, so this is a good area. Now the public actually like the area that you use the using user area is not, you know, it doesn't have to be big. I mean, it could be this bit here, you know, and we can kind of go have a cart come in and out like through there, and then have like our controlling panel sort of inventory full of sandstone. Because I've been working on the station, guys. I've done stuff.
It's done a lot of
which
stuff. It looks really cool.
You may see now, or you may not see now, just to be a tease. So you could have. Another thing is, how many destinations are you expecting this to use?
I'm thinking 5. I don't see any reason for more than 5.
Right, now, thing with 5, you could have buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would fit nicely in on the wall there, and you could have an entry thing. You could have a dial using an item frame, you know, and yeah, you basically boom, 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 spin the thing around, select your destination. Nice thing about that is it effectively condenses down your wiring, although you can do it with button panels as well, like I did with the adjustable, not the one that I gave you the design for, but my old adjustable enchanting table when comparators first came out. So you can do it with buttons as well, like compress all your wiring down into a single wire, and it basically reads the strength. But yeah, a dial would work. That'd give you up to 8.
Would be really cool. I actually forgot about that and think that it would be an amazing idea.
I'd give you up to 8 destinations.
Yeah.
But you struggle to. I mean, you could expand it beyond there, but you end up having like two dials and so. But yeah, up to 8 destinations. If you're happy with that, it's possibly the way to do it.
That sounds really cool
wiring. Sweet. Basically want anything to come. Key is any line that comes in, you always get delivered to your place, and then your dial controls it for the way out. So I think that any usable kind of sneaky spaces or something here. Not really. So I think we dig it back into that wall. Ooh, disco running. Yeah, dig back into here and put our selector. Not the selector itself, but the actual junctions in a room back here. Really easy. But it's going to take a little bit of trial and error. So what we're going to do, I reckon, is clip out here, and we'll come back to you guys with an update when we've got something to show you.
Fantastic.
See you all shortly. Okay, right. So time for a little update on the progress. It just feels right to do so at this point. This is where our junction area is going to be. As you can see, fairly standard stuff. We're just going to run them all out, and then Drax can route them off to wherever he wants to take them. Wherever he has disappeared to at the moment.
I was killing the slime. He was ruining the recording.
Slurpy. So yeah, I'm just kind of figuring out some of the redstone. So you know me. I like to kind of include a little bit on the thought process. So what we need to be doing, it occurs to me, having a little bit of a think about it, is we need to. Have you got any torches?
Regular torches or?
There we go. No, it's okay. Redstone. We need to have a line of blocks along here. We need to have torches like this. and redstone like this pointing into the back of these blocks. That's because they want to, when they're powered, they want to take you out of the loop, as it were. And basically, this one's going to need a little bit of finagling, to be honest. Basically, as you dial this up, the power is going to spread along here and turn these torches off sequentially. Yeah. So if you stand here and look down this way, as the torches get turned off, yeah, that one will get turned off. So you're going to go straight on and off at the second, then that one, then that one, then that one. Yeah. As the power gets turned off sequentially.
Gotcha.
So that is how we're going to control it. Relatively basic redstone. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm doing. So this is the...
If we need to, we can always scoot this back another. Like, I don't know if that would assist in the problem, or... I think what we just need to do here is just move this torch here, put a redstone down. So in the first position, going off, then the second position, going straight on, the third position. Whoa! That's the third. That's the third.
The third position. Let me look at this. Go back up. That's the first position. All the torches are on. Then the first torch is off.
Second
torch. And the second torch is off. Then after that, we're going to need to start putting doodars in.
Comparators?
So, yeah. Now, let's see how that turns the second one off. I need to make sure it's not... Oh, none, one... I thought that might be a problem. See, what this is the comparator's picking up the signal. The problem is, without the comparator, yeah, it goes...
doesn't reach.
No, because this block here, it goes down a power level. But if you put a comparator in, not only does it not go down a power level on this block, but it doesn't go down a power level on the next block either.
Oh.
So this is a problem, which I am going to now cut out and decide on how we're going to fix this problem. For I have no idea off the top of my head. So yeah. We'll see you all guys in a moment. And we're back.
Again.
Okay, so I figured it out after a little bit of trial and derp. That's my new phrase, trial and derp. I like that one.
Yes.
Right, so what I've done is basically, so as you know, this comparator is basically reading the item in the item frame. So at the first setting, there's not enough redstone signal to turn anything off. We went over that in the last clip. Then, because the problem was, when these were every other block, the power drops off every single block. So it wasn't, you'd need all the torches together, block after block after block. So, and I can't use comparators to extend it when it's every other block, because a comparator takes the input from the back and feeds it out the front, so it actually skips the whole block and it makes it too strong. So we've got two together, then we can put a comparator and a redstone that's not doing anything, no torch there. Then we've got two together again. That signal goes through the comparator into here so that it can drop down a signal again for these last two. It's kind of hard to explain, but if Drex wings this around, you can see the torch goes off. Then they all go back on. Awesome. And those are then powering these rails here, so they flick. I'll turn this round now so that Drax can show his peeps.
Yes. Look at it. It's doing it. It's amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, I never would have figured that one out.
It doesn't look super complicated, but yeah, sometimes
There's a
end
lot
up
going on there.
baking your noodle a little bit. So that is basically a selector railway station, at least outbound. Um, Now, I have had a thought, and my thought is basically we need a way to make it recover you back to here on the way in. Now, unfortunately, I think it's going to be pretty simple. I think what we need is detector rails. Because these things, let's say you select a station, yeah, this one here, and off you go, yeah. Now at the moment, if you get in and go, you're coming in, you're gonna end up, you're not gonna go back where you want to. You're gonna end up going to whatever station is selected, yeah.
Right.
So what we need to do is we need to flip this back, and the way to do that is with detector rails, because it's the powered state that puts them back to pointing towards where we want them to point.
Gotcha.
So you would think it's relatively simple. Unfortunately, doesn't always work. It doesn't work out the case always. Where are your rails?
I don't
Do you
have any
have
detector rails.
Oh, well, we'll make some up off camera. It's not always the case that detector rails and junctions play nicely, and you get problems with carts bouncing back because of various things. However, yeah, because basically the problem with detector rails is they'll be okay on the way back in, but on the way out, they may cause issues. We'll have to test it, because the cart can clip them as they go and flip the rail state and cause it bounce backs. But it may or may not be a problem in this case. So let's make some detector rails up and get them laid down and tested out.
All right.
So see you in a moment. And we're back. Right, okay, let's have a look, see, shall we? What we're going to do is I'm going to set this to about halfway down, jump in. Now what should happen, hopefully, is... that's a pain. Didn't think
I don't
about
think that's
that.
going to work.
Didn't think about that. So what we need to do... we need to power... these on the way through. Now we could do it with detector rails as we've just done, but that would mess up the system on the outbound. However, I did get out on my chosen line without getting messed up. So what we need is okay. I've got an idea. What we do is we take the power from these detector rails, the signal from these detector rails, and we use it to flip an RS NOR latch. Get this. We flip an RS NOR latch, which then permanently powers all of these junctions with a torch underneath, and that'll flip them all back over to their default state. And then we put another detector rail here, and we attach that to the other side of the RS NOR latch. Yeah, so when the cart runs over here, it disables all of that, and it doesn't matter how many times it runs over this one, it's always going to disable the lock that will turn all of these to their default powered state. And then the same on the other side of RS NOR latches. That, and they're really basic bits of redstone. So if we pop down, let's see. Right, so this is a place here, and we do a torch on there. Is that one of the... Not... That is not... This is the place. Torch on there. Now our detector rails are above those. blocks here, so there, 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 there. We're going to need another one there. Oh, not touches on there. So those need to get. We need to get our redstone feed off those. Redstone feed off those, feed them into an RS NOR latch, which is like basically, I don't know if you ever done a RS NOR latch?
Nope.
Ow. Don't see them too often, but they are really useful logic gates. My kind of go-to RS NOR latch. Whoop. Put that back up. I've got a couple, but the one that I learnt in the first instance was basically do 2 blocks like that, 2 blocks like that. You put torches on there, and you grab your redstone and you put that around there, okay? And then if we lever here and a lever here, if I click this here, and I could just keep, it's not doing anything. It's just going to remain powered until I click that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and that's what RS NOR is basically. The RS means reset. So you've got a set and a reset, basically. So this, I think that was where our. Yeah, that's where our detector rail is. So if we put that there, like that, can't do that because of that. You are going to have to get powered in a different way. In fact, you probably don't need to. We don't need to have a powered rail there, to be honest. So we put that there, and then these. Do. Redstone on camera. It's always a dangerous thing to do. So these there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Probably want to put in there then. Like that. So that flips the thing one way or another. And what we want is when this line is activated, want to be able to run, basically activate, turn on. These come. Let me just think about this. Goes over when that's. Yeah, so when this line, when this redstone here is on, we want to, let's see, do something along the lines of this, and then we put, no, we'll have to use a repeater there, torch. I'm gonna have to use repeaters because I've brought the redstone down to avoid interfering with the interfering with these levers, but that's okay. No, this is a bad thing. Right.
So what can we?
I think what we'll have to do is we're gonna have to move the detector rails all back so that we can separate these two lines here. Otherwise, these torches are going to power the thing, and it's just going to be a bad time, basically.
Gotcha. Can we not power the detector or the rails like in this spot?
We can actually. We can. Good thinking. Save the day. We can power these blocks here from below with a torch, and that will do the job. Okay, this is going to be a bit more fiddly. Let's cut the recording, get this done, and come back to the guys.
All right.
All right, we'll see you in a moment. Okay, after a little bit of derp, wee, oh, wee. Okay, so let's show you guys what I've done. So yeah, first of all, I was totally wrong when so not easy to see. I was totally wrong when I tried to tie this line here with the torches to this input line that comes from the inbound cart. It needed to be tied to this line for the outbound cart and the inbound cart when it gets past here. So when it goes over this, it flips the RS NOR latch to this state that you can see now, and that powers all these repeaters and turns all the torches off. And when it goes on over any of these ones, it locks all of these junctions into the direction so that the inbound carts will come come back to this station here. So yeah, we can basically choose any random station, jump in, doom, and we'll go out, and on the way back we get directed back here rather than off down
Each
whatever
individual path, yeah.
Yeah, like for example, say that's halfway down. If I take the cart and for whatever reason I'm now coming from all the way down here, it all gets reset there and sees me safely over to this, even though it's in this state now. So so that is a thing. That is effectively a working station. You can go ahead and like cover all of this up and hide the workings and whatnot. Now, question is, how do you want to handle your carts? Do you are you basically just going to have kind of static stations at the other ends, or are you going to do you want to do kind of cart braking stations and whatnot?
Like you did on the last map, because I wouldn't want them to be just out in the open and all of a sudden a skeleton just gets on the cart and rides away. So I'd like to be able to walk up.
I would say light your stuff up, but
yeah. I'd like to be able to stand on a pressure plate like we used to do and just click on the cart and go.
Right. Okay. Cool. That is definitely going to. We're about 28 minutes now, so let's cut out again.
Okay.
And I will set up. This one here is going to be the most difficult. For all the rest, you can pretty much follow my simple cart station tutorial. This one, let's give it a little bit of love and care. I think to basically make it a thing. So yep, we'll see you guys in just a second for you. And we're back. Okay, so this is what we've got. I wanted to do something slightly special here to kind of because we've got all this kind of open thoroughfare. I didn't want to have the cactus out in the open. So what we have is, as the cart comes in, it goes through here, up here, phases through that block, hits the cactus, gets broken, goes down here and goes into this dispenser. And there you go. When you stand on this pressure plate, two things happen. So first of all, it comes along here, powers this block, powering the dispenser, pops a minecart out, comes down here and flicks this torch, turns that on, turns that off, and what that does is it actually depowers this here. So if Drax goes and stands on that pressure plate, so that goes off and the cart comes out. And he goes, and off he goes. Now, you're going to notice when he comes back, and you should have noticed that activator rail there. So the other thing the pressure plate does is signal goes through here, activates this hopper, the comparator pulse extender thing that I'm so fond of, turns off this torch, which disables the activator rail. So that's how you get on the way back in, how you get booted out. But we don't want it booting you out on the way out, obviously. Now, one thing that has occurred to me, because effectively we're now going to cover, we'll put a bit of light down there and there, just, you know, because I'm fastidious about that sort of thing. This is all going to get covered up now, isn't it? Basically, with a load of smooth stone, maybe some whatever flooring Drax wants to use. And I figure there's pretty high probability that you know, you're gonna have to kind of go out around this cactus, otherwise it will pop off. There we go, like that. There's a pretty high probability that you're gonna walk through here and go over the pressure plate. Oh. So I figure what we need to do is put some cart handling in. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a tripwire hook somewhere, so that I think what we'll do is we'll make this here a junction that defaults to, like, you know, kind of go onwards this way. Unless tripwire hook gets tripped, and we'll just have this run, like, you know, into a block like this, have that powered, and that way, unless the tripwire hook is tripped, so you're in the cart, it'll hit this wall, bounce back, and go straight back into the system. And that way, it doesn't matter if you accidentally run over.
It just sends it off and sends it right back.
It'll send it straight back into the system. Bit of cart handling, never hurt anyone. So, yeah, I will spend shouldn't take long to figure out. So, I'll do it off camera though, because the episode's going to be long otherwise. Yeah, we'll see you guys back with the final working station. I tell you what, do you want to spend? Maybe we'll spend a little bit of time just digging your first line out, and we can show the peeps a line to somewhere.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Awesome. All right, see you all in a mo. And we are back for the final time. Woot. So yeah, I put in this tripwire, and what this does, and this extra line here. So by default, this cart comes along here. If you jump on that pressure plate and jump off, so if cart comes along here and it's empty, it shoots all the way across there. On the way back, this detector rail powers this repeater, which goes through the block into this repeater, powers this redstone, and switches the track over so that the cart goes straight back over there, like that. The tripwire, however, when that goes, it powers that redstone there, down there, through the repeater, in there, and it does that. So if Drax gets in the cart, woo! Sweet.
Voila.
So that worked, and we did in fact do some. We did some digging. So
A little bit.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go
Inaugural
first.
ride.
Hit this. Get in. Hasta la vista.
Sweet. We got the tracks. We were discussing this, and Drax kind of and me thought it would be cool for the carts to go in and out of the caves so that you could actually see your base. And I put in one of these simple cart stations here. This one I think pretty much ended up being almost like my own tutorial.
Yeah.
So it needs some covering up, that does. I've not got the materials on me, but yeah, but yeah, you've seen these before. And takes us back down.
And then we also discussed I need to change out this andesite to transparent blocked, because otherwise you get all kinds of black screens. And it's just not a pretty ride for YouTube.
No, not really. But yeah, how awesome. I'm really pleased with this.
I am too. It is far better than I would have imagined it could have been. So
fantastic. Thank you for the challenge, basically. Motivated me to do some stuff. It's probably not the most original design ever, but it does the job.
Yes, yes, it does, and it does it well.
Which is awesome, 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 awesome. Oh yeah, this one here, this here, just in case there should be any derp. This is a stair block, so you won't take damage. If you somehow end up riding the cart in here, I can't envision how that would happen. But
who knows? A little bit of server lag, and all of a sudden you're in a wall.
Yes, wouldn't be the first time.
Or the last.
Well, I believe that is us done.
Yep. It looks awesome. Fill in some of these once I get some destinations and actually step on the pressure plate and see everything work the way it's supposed to.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I will give you back your stuff, and there you go.
Oh, wow.
Take it. And, oh, those ladders are mine, but you can have them. And I'll pick my stuff back up, because I had loads of junk in my inventory. And I'm going to ride this thing back out. And, yeah. Well, enjoy your new system. I look forward to riding all the little rails all over the place.
It was definitely fun, man. See ya.
Oh. Bye!
Getting